Samantha from Carl's Quality Cooling and Heating, and today we are answering questions that you have sent in. We're excited to bring you the intelligence of and the know-how of Mr. Justin Tubbs, our Senior System Design Specialist, as well as Philip Cole, our System Design Specialist and Comfort Advisor. We've been doing a lot of really knowledgeable and educational stuff today, but I would like to know some stuff about you guys. Get to know the men on the inside. What's the weirdest thing that you guys have ever found in an HVAC system?
We actually both have experience with this same household. We won't say these folks' name, but they're some of our favorite people on the planet. But we did get a call out about some mold or microbial growth happening around some supply vents, some supply grills. Mm-hmm. And upon further inspection, we discovered that a raccoon had made his way into the attic and curled up next to one of these supply boxes and passed away, and also basically melded into the sheetrock.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. My favorite part about that particular situation was, again, they had microbial growth around the grill itself, and the previous company they had dealt with had recommended a UV light in the evaporator coil of the system to get rid of the microbial growth. And I immediately, again, first showed up, looked at the grill, I said, well, it's not really gonna solve that problem over there, but I'll take a look. And I did the crazy thing, actually walked all the way over to the box itself, cleared away the insulation, and I smelled a foul odor because, there was a dead, melted raccoon around that supply box. So needless to say, the UV light wouldn't have gotten rid of that raccoon corpse.
I don't know. That could be one of the things that UV lights are doing. It's a special UV light right there.
Very powerful.
We don't sell that one.
Yeah.
Well, I had heard a story yesterday at our tech meeting from one of our service technicians that he had gone out to do the blower wasn't working, the fan, and so he went out to check it. And when he got inside, it wasn't that it was broken, it was that a snake had coiled itself around so much so that it stopped the fan from running at all. So
snake doesn't like fans, I guess.
Not a fan. Not a fan of fans. Yeah.
So fun. And then I also saw a picture of it had that one of our commercial people, their ventilation wasn't working, and when they went to pull it apart, all these acorns had fallen. A squirrel had been using it as a stash. So very sad squirrel that came back to check that one.
That's a very multifunctional purpose, AC system.
I mean,
and store these things for squirrels as well.
I know, and it was a lot. It had been working overtime, so pretty interesting. If you could give homeowners one piece of advice, what would it be? I know you guys have given a lot of advice, but what's the one thing everybody needs to know?
Yeah, when people ask me that question, I always say air conditioning is like your car engine. It's very important that you keep it clean. So your oil, you got to regularly change it, because if you got dirty oil, it causes a myriad of problems. And with your HVAC system, you've got to keep the indoor equipment clean by just regularly changing those filters and using good filters. And if you can't use good filters, upgrade to something like a media filter, because the number one cause of equipment failure, it's a 4-letter word. Dirt and dust. Yes, dirt and dust. They're both 4-letter words. So, but it's really the number one cause of component and equipment failure is dirt and dust. And so if you can prevent that from getting on the equipment by having good filtration, that's number one. And then the outdoor unit, keeping it clean by gently rinsing it with water a couple times a year. I recommend for people who are do-it-yourselfers, every time you mow the grass out there, just gently rinse.
Yeah, low pressure, no pressure washing. That's an absolute no.
No pressure washing.
That will ruin the system.
Yes, it will affect the fins and cause difficult to reverse damage. And so gently rinsing it off with water, keeping that outdoor coil clean, because air has to freely flow through it. And if it's impacted with dust and dirt and grass clippings and things like that, it just can't move the air. So that's my number one recommendation, is keeping the equipment clean.
All right, and last question, and this one might be hard to answer, or super easy. What do you wish people appreciated more about your work?
Well, Justin and I are not just sales guys. We do work in sales, but we are system design specialists, and we give people advice about the comfort of their own home and how to achieve their comfort goals. And so, we're not just, we don't just shoot out, quotes and estimates, and that's all we do. I wish people could see what it really takes realistically to go through the entire design process, from doing the manual J to the manual D to the manual S, and all the design work that we put in on behalf of the customer to design the perfect system for them long term, absolutely for free. Actually, you have probably an example of like what a manual J looks like, right?
Yeah. Wow. What do you know? I have I just have my notebook here. And so like this is an example of a design drawing. So this is an existing house that I went through and I did all the measurements to get all the dimensions of the rooms, the ceiling heights, the window dimensions, the grills where they're placed. For like a more complicated situation, I've got actually all the ducts drawn out there. And this is just the basis of a manual J heating and cooling load calculation, a manual D duct design, and we charge $0 for this as part of a free in-home consultation. And so whenever we do this, people say, wow, the other guys came in here, we've gotten 4 other quotes, 5 other quotes, 10 other quotes, and they didn't measure anything.
Oh my gosh.
They didn't write anything down. They just offered options based upon what we already had. And if you check out ACA, again, Air Conditioning Contractors of America, national nonprofit designed to protect you, the homeowner, from predatory contractors. They're the guys who actually write the manuals by which we do all this stuff. They say the number one most important thing in getting a new HVAC system is finding a trustworthy contractor who actually does manual J, manual D, manual S, which is your system selection based upon your manual J, heating and cooling load, manual D, duct design. And so we do this at every house. I mean, I've got like countless examples of like design drawings and things that we do for customers because it's super critical to designing the perfect system for your home. But yeah, I agree with what Philip said, that the thing that I wish people appreciated more was just the level of care that goes into a system design, and that not every contractor is willing to do that and to put in that work for you, and often we're viewed through the same lens, but we are not the same as a chop and swap contractor. We are not the same as those other guys over there. We are really working hard to ensure you get 100% of the performance out of your AC system that it's capable of getting.
Well, while we're at it, like, what are some of the reasons that you might need a different capacity of system than the one you already have?
Yeah, so it's absolutely crucial, because why do a manual J heating and cooling load calculation to determine how much air conditioning a system needs? We find that often equipment is oversized. And if your air conditioning system is oversized, bigger is not better when it comes to air conditioning. The system is oversized, it'll short cycle. It will run for really short, brief periods of time, on for 10 minutes, off for 10 minutes, on for 20 minutes, off for 20 minutes. A typical AC system is going to cycle like 72 times in a 24-hour period, just on, off, on, off, on, off. And that puts wear and tear on the equipment. It leads to high humidity, it leads to high utility bills. It can cause all kinds of major issues. And every single major microbial growth houses with major infiltration, things like that, it's almost always related to oversized air conditioning equipment.